Welcome to Yin Yoga. My name is Peggy, and I'm a Yin teacher at Ebb and Flow Yoga Studio in Chicago. And joining me today, two guests, Michael and Katie. In these times of challenges and fear and panic, there is only one place to be. And that place is right here and right now in the present moment. Because no matter what's to come and what has passed, the only thing is real, is here. Let's come into an easy seated pose. And you can cross your ankles one in front of the other. It doesn't matter which one right now. Or if this is uncomfortable for you, you can just relax your legs, soften and extend them in a soft V. You might want to pause this video and get a pillow or some blankets and place them behind your back to get ready for our next pose. If you don't have a pillow or a blanket, you can just use the floor or a mat. You might want to have a block. If you don't have a block, a thick reading book will do. And then a strap. If you don't have a strap, a belt. And we're going to start with the one leg in front of the other, practicing Yin Yoga and just placing the palms of our hands on our knees and just grounding into our mat, taking a gentle breath in, feeling the lengthening through the spine to the crown of the head, and then as you breathe out, feeling the shoulders soften, feeling your root down into the sit bones. Take another breath in, pull your shoulders back, press your rib cage forward, and just feel the lungs fill up. And then release that breath out. And then continue to breathe on your own. I think of a Yin practice as a practice in physical movement with meditation. For Yin poses are longer than our typical yoga poses, holding from 2 to 5 minutes. As we sit in this pose, we are allowing the skeleton to give to gravity. You may close your eyes if you like, soften the eyelids, or you may leave them open and just gaze on a spot. We call it a dristi, a focus point. And with that gaze, allow the eyelids to soften, the cheeks to soften, the lips to part gently, and just let your breath come in slow and exit slow. Prana, the breath of life, knows no past, knows no future. It only knows now. And when we slow the breath, we allow our whole mind, body, and spirit to live life fully. A favorite author of mine, Max Storm, says when you miss the present moment, miss your appointment with life. So let's live life in every present moment that we experience now with the slow breath in, part our lips and make an exhale with sound. And let all that we don't need in this moment release from our mind, body, and spirit. Place your hands on the outside of your knees. Bring your knees together. And just extend your legs straight forward on your mat. If you have a blanket or a bolster, these are bolsters, or it can be a pillow that you take, place it behind your spine. If you have neither, just lay back like I will do on your spine. Allow your shoulders to roll out. Your palms will face the ceiling, and your feet will just place where they naturally place. Your toes may move out. Your ankles may move out. They may move inward. This is a supportive reclining back bend, and it is a gentle way to release tension in the lower back. And just take a gentle breath in and out. Take your awareness to your body. And as you breathe in, become aware of the crown of your head, the top of the head, where the breath comes in and then descends with gravity flowing down your spine toward your seat. Feel the lower bend in your spine. And if you're laying flat on your mat, you will notice the spine bends just slightly, just a slight bend. And you will feel that slight bend on the spine. Notice the hips, notice the sit bones. Feel the weight of your hips come into your glute muscles and allow the glute muscles to soften. Take a breath in and out, and inhale and exhale, and find stillness and silence. Begin to bring movement into your ankles, windshielding your toes inward to touch, and then taking them out to the sides. Begin to extend your fingertips, lengthening through the ends of the fingertips as if reaching, taking in all that's around you. Bring the fingers into the palms of the hands, soft fists. And then begin to wrist circle inward and then outward, bringing circulation and blood into the arms. And then inhale the arms all the way up to the ceiling, fingers pointing to the ceiling. Take them back, long inhale. And then exhale, bringing your palms forward, placing them on each side of your hip sockets and pressing into the mat, straightening your elbows, and slowly bringing yourself up into a seated pose. Supportive reclining back bend. So that gives a nice stretch to the spine. It opens the rib cage, allows a place for the lungs to expand for breath. Let's bring the bottoms of our feet together, sitting in a bound angle. This is butterfly. It will open the hips and stretch out the hamstrings and the side muscles of the thighs and the inner thighs. If your knees are sitting up in the ceiling, take a block and just put them on the side. And that will support your knees. However, if you really want to work on stretching the inner thighs, let your knees float in the air as Michael is. And then it's the weight of the knees that begin to open the inner thighs more and more and more. If you find your lower back curling, take a breath in, lengthen through the rib cage, press your heart forward. Or you can sit on a block, go Michael, and just raise up. You can also sit on a blanket, and you can sit on a book, or you can just lower down. So notice how his spine has now straightened out, sitting on the block. Bound angle. This is butterfly, and our knees are the wings. So let's just take a moment, put our hands on the knees, and let's just bring the knees up and down to loosen the hip sockets. We're fluttering, we're butterflies. What a beautiful image amidst all of what we're experiencing in the world, the country, and our cities today. But the butterfly flitters forward because it's been through much more trauma than this. Keep fluttering. I'm just talking past the time for you. Remember, 2 to 5 minutes or Yin Yoga poses. Butterfly was once a caterpillar. Can you imagine the challenge of going through a cocoon and then bursting out into this fluttering? Let's let our fluttering come to a halt. Inhale our arms all the way up. Long stretch, and then exhale, fold forward, palms facing down, allow the shoulders to rest. And soften. Little bend in the elbows. We're letting gravity, which is Yin's major tool, take the body forward and lengthen out the spine, the exact opposite of the back bend. Let's take a breath in and out, and inhale and exhale. As you hear the tone, using your senses, begin to meditate on the tone and notice where it lands in your body. Feeling the vibrations in the heart, feeling the beat of your heart, feeling the breath gently come in and out. Breath in, audible exhale as if fogging a mirror. Allowing each soft tissue to soften even more as you feel the tension in your shoulder blades, in your trapezius muscles. Think of those tissues soft like cotton, even more. Allow your forehead to hang low. Feel the weight of your head lengthen the neck. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Your next inhale, press into your hands, straighten your elbows, and walk your hands back so that you are sitting in bound angle. And then from bound angle, place your palms outside of your hip sockets and take your legs into a wide V. It doesn't have to be super wide, maybe it can be a narrow V. It's whatever feels comfortable to you in your body today. And our bodies are different on different days. So what might have felt comfortable to you yesterday may or may not. Or since you've been sitting around at home most of the day, your body may have more possibility. So this is a pose called straddle, and it's very useful if you've been sitting around all day because you get to actually work the bums. So before we actually go into the full pose, we're going to transition. So you're just going to sit here. Your hands can be on your knees, your shins, just someplace that feels good for you. And I want you to think of the belly button, pull it in, and then I want you to think of moving it 2 inches to the left and 2 inches to the right. Just the belly button. And you're going to inhale, thinking of your ribs moving to the front of the room, your heart moving to the front of the room. You're going to pull those shoulders back. In fact, let's take the shoulders to the ears and roll them back. Take them to the ears again and roll them back. And again. And notice what's happening to your shoulder blades as you roll them back. They're moving close to the center of the spine. And notice what's happening to your pectorals as you move up and the ribs massage underneath those pectorals. Now take your awareness to your sit bones and let the shoulders come slowly to stillness. And take the belly button and just move it from 2 inches to 2 inches and feel the gentle weight shifting from buttocks to buttocks. On your next breath, inhaling arms all the way up and turn to your right side and just drape your hands over your right leg, palms down. Drop your chin, let your rib cage or whatever part of your body is right over your right thigh, just rest there. Bend the elbows, let the hands be on the mat. Try not to grip a body part. So this is a pose that's similar in many styles of yoga, but in Yin, we don't force anything. We just allow the body to take its own sweet time, and we breathe into the release. Drop your forehead to your knee. Let the shoulders roll forward, very similar to in the butterfly. Notice that you are in a twist so that your left ribs have opened up just gently and your right ribs falling over your right thigh. And just let that be for a moment. Everything's soft. Everything's still. Sound is a very powerful tool. It's a very meditative tool. I'm sitting in the studio and the birds are outside. So life goes on, even in times like this. The birds are singing because they're in the present moment. So I'm going to sing with the birds. And that's exactly what the birds were saying. Take a breath in. Exhale, fog the mirror. Turn your hands face down, press into the mat, using your arms so the back is gentle and soft. Walk back into the starting position. Come to center and just take a moment to let that settle. Breathing in through the nose, filling up the lungs. And then exhale into the seat. We're going to do the other side. Let's inhale the arms all the way up, full upper body stretch. And then exhale to your left leg and just drape your body over. Breathing in and out, soften the elbows just a little bit, little bend in the elbows. Let the elbows bend. And your arms don't need to be super stretched out. Just take them where they will go. Gentle breath. And at home, if your arms don't quite touch the ground, or even in the studio, you can put a block under one of those hands and just relax there. I can put a block or two. Just bend my elbows. I don't need to go real far. This is enough because I feel under my left buttocks a stretch. I feel my right side body, and I feel my head and my neck open. So this is a good way to stretch the neck as well. We hold a lot of tension in the neck, a lot of tension. And we're just going to breathe in and out and in, and out. And I will parlay again with the birds. Breath in and out, and inhale and exhale. Place your palms on your block or on your mat and just straighten the elbows slowly, lifting the shoulders, chin coming up last from the lifting of the head. And now our final big hip opener. We call it straddle in Yin language. See if your legs want to open just a tad more. And then inhale the arms all the way up. Palms face the front of your room. And then exhale, just sit down and feel those soft bums. And then inhale one more time. And exhale, let your heart lead. Fold forward. Palms on the head, floor, head drops, elbows drop. Everything drops for a total release. If it feels uncomfortable for you to have your head on just hanging, you can place a block or a book or maybe a purse. My purse is so big with all the stuff I carry that I could put a purse under here and just hang out. You don't need a lot of special equipment or props to do anything. Take a breath in and out. Inhale, audible exhale. Press into your hands, slowly straighten your elbows and rise up slowly. Placing your hands outside of your legs and gently supporting them into you. And then prepare yourself for a savasana. Recline back on your mat with or without your bolster, your choice. I want to thank you for joining me in Yin Yoga today. May the divine light of love, peace, contentment, but most of all, healing, solace, and sanity. For we live one moment by moment. Live only in the present, prepare for the future, and know that your mind and body has its own ability to heal and keep you safe. Stay safe. Namaste.